We got chilling scares, man. Make sure I give you a thumbs up, like, subscribe. Make sure I go check out my previous video, my birthday video. You know what I'm saying? Y'all wish me a happy birthday. My birthday was Monday. You know what I'm saying? I was turning, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But yeah, we got a chilling scares. We're back on regular schedule. Let's go ahead and get into it, man.
Angel of Death Challenge.
Hmm?
On June 3rd,
Fuck you mean?
2022, an 18-year-old teen tragically passed away after falling in front of a truck in Tangerang, Indonesia.
Oh shit.
However, what made this particular incident stand out among the dozens of traffic-related deaths on Indonesian roads every day was that this was not an accident. Instead, this was the result of one of the most disturbing internet trends that was sweeping the country during this time. It had actually started back in 2021, but exploded in popularity in mid-2022. The trend was called the Malaikat Maut Challenge, or the Angel of Death Challenge in English. It involved TikTokers, mainly teenagers, playing a game with oncoming traffic, particularly loaded trucks. Their goal was to run out onto a busy street in front of a truck, hope it stops before hitting them without flinching, and post a video of the stunt online. But completing this dangerous challenge successfully was a lot harder than many of its unfortunate participants
We used to play
realized.
that shit with
Most of them
swings.
jumped onto the road as the truck got extremely close, giving the driver virtually no time to notice them and apply the brakes. But even when drivers had enough time to see the kids performing these stunts, they still couldn't slow down in time to prevent tragedy.
Yeah, no.
Trucks usually carry heavy cargo, and that weight doesn't stop on a dime. The heavier the load, the longer the braking distance, sometimes stretching dozens of meters even after the brakes are fully pressed. So by the time the drivers reacted, it was already too late. Not to mention the fact that this trend was also putting the truck drivers at risk, both physically and psychologically.
Yeah.
For one of these cases, involving a 14-year-old participating in this challenge, the driver fled the scene, likely out of fear of facing criminal charges. If he had instead stopped and cooperated, the footage the teenager's friends captured for TikTok would have proven his innocence. But by running away, he turned himself into a hit and run suspect, potentially jeopardizing his job and even his freedom depending on the charges he received. Following the incident in Tangerang, Indonesian police acted quickly to prevent further tragedies. They managed to stop 14 more kids from attempting the same dangerous stunt that very day and continued to monitor the city over the upcoming months.
Dumbass
However, the
kids, bro.
attempts in Tangerang, Indonesia were only a small part of the global trend that cost several
I can't
lives
even
and
say
left
that
many
though.
others with life-altering injuries over the next
Right,
year.
because I was young,
Thankfully,
right? And during my time, bro, we had that put them in the coffin channel. So everybody would put them in the coffin on folks' cars and shit, putting dents on folks' cars and shit like that. During that time, y'all remember that? Put them in the coffin. You know what I'm saying? When you do like this and then you goddamn throw yourself on somebody's hood. Only OGs remember that shit.
TikTok eventually stepped in and removed
Y'all
any
young niggas
content
don't know nothing
related to
about
the
that. Put them
Angel
in
of
the
Death
coffin. Y'all
challenge.
don't know
And
about that
since
shit,
social
man.
media
If
validation
y'all do,
encouraged
y'all
these
want old enough to do
participants
it.
to part in this dangerous trend, the platform's ban caused it to gradually fade into obscurity.
Okay, me.
Happy slapping. On the 21st of January 2005, the Tez magazine in the UK reported on a new trend spreading rapidly across the country, something they referred to as happy slapping. Contrary to its name, however, the trend was anything but happy. In essence, it involved people, often young adults or teenagers, going up to a random person, slapping them, recording their shocked reaction, and then sharing that video with others. Personal camcorders and phones with cameras were becoming a lot more
I'm gonna tell you something. You run up on me, you slap me. You better know how to fight, cause I'm gonna hurt you. Dead ass. Gonna hurt you. I got so much anger built up in me. I'm gonna take it out on you. In a way, I feel like I need to. You know what I mean?
accessible during this time, allowing the attackers to record their crime and share it as something funny. These
Pause
happy
on that.
slapping videos were shared widely on
Pause.
the internet by
Pause.
people without
Pause.
sympathy.
Y'all know what
As
I
for how
meant,
this
bro.
trend
Come on,
initially
dog.
started, some reports from the time linked them to violent TV shows like Jackass and Dirty Sanchez.
Dirty
A big difference
Sanchez.
between these shows and the happy slapping videos, however, was that everyone on TV consented to enduring the pain on camera. The people filming happy slapping videos, on the other hand, usually targeted complete strangers and bystanders for what they
That's
perceived as
fucked up,
social
bro.
clout. As a media expert from that time explained it, what we see the kids watching these shows doing is thinking, well, maybe I could stage my
Y'all gonna
own
run to the
version of
right
pain and
motherfucker, they gonna
humiliation
kill
along
y'all.
these lines. Then with happy slapping, people are drawn in as random victims rather than the kind of voluntary performances we get in the shows that are being copied. I think happy slapping has become a shortcut in the eyes of the slappers to fame and notoriety And while that was already bad enough on its own, things quickly took an even darker turn. As time went on, the recordings became increasingly violent, likely in an effort to outdo one another and stand out in the sea of dozens, if not hundreds, of similar videos. Things went from humiliating but physically harmless slaps to coordinated attacks resulting in permanent injuries. One of the worst cases of this happened on August 31st, 2009, in South London. A 67-year-old retired care worker named Ekram Haq left the mosque on Church Lane in Tooting, England after the evening prayer, where he was then approached by two boys, 15-year-old Hamza Lazai and 16-year-old Leon Elcock, wanting to make a happy slapping
Niggas.
video.
Gotta be
Things
my
quickly
people.
spiraled out of control as neither of them held back, resulting in Ekram passing away a week later from a severe head injury he received during the incident. The two were eventually identified and arrested after police reviewed CCTV footage from a nearby camera. Both pled guilty to manslaughter, with Leon receiving a 4.5-year sentence and Hamza sentenced to 3.5 years in prison.
That's
The
fucked
heavy
up, dog.
slapping trend as a whole eventually faded away after the UK and the surrounding countries started treating it as a significant threat to public safety, with France even criminalizing it and giving it a punishment of up to 5 years in prison.
I never heard about this. That's crazy.
Skullbreaker Challenge.
Who?
On February 14th, 2020, 12-year-old Parker Smith was invited by his friends to film what seemed like a harmless jumping contest with them.
Jesus
He
Christ.
agreed, and on camera jumped the highest he could. But instead of landing safely on his feet, he fell backward and fractured his right arm. He was rushed to the hospital immediately and fortunately made a full recovery over the following weeks. However, what seemed like a simple accident turned out to be part of a disturbing internet trend his two friends were attempting to recreate. The so-called Skullbreaker Challenge required three people to stand in a line and somehow convince the person in the middle to jump. As soon as they did, the
Oh,
two on
I
the
seen
outside
that one
swept the legs of
before.
the one in the middle, who was usually unaware of what was about to happen.
That's
This
fucked
caused
up,
them to
yeah.
fall backward, usually on their
Yeah,
head,
bro.
which is where the trend got its name from.
That shit is
It
not
started
funny.
earlier
I
that
don't play
year
like
after a
that.
video of two students from Spain doing it on their friend went viral on social media platforms like TikTok, prompting countless imitators to try and recreate its success. And, as you might imagine, the results were disastrous, with Parker being one of the lucky ones for walking away with just a fractured arm. Many others were knocked unconscious by the impact, suffered from severe concussions, and some even needed multiple stitches across their skull and face. The most devastating of these incidents happened on January
I'll
24th,
tell you one
2020,
thing.
in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, when a group of seventh graders attempted the challenge in school. Unfortunately, the victim fell way too hard on their head, causing them to lose consciousness and have a seizure. He luckily survived the incident and eventually recovered without any
Hey,
permanent
them
head
kids would
trauma.
have had to get kicked
However,
out.
his initial condition was bad enough that authorities arrested the other two 13-year-old boys. They were charged with third-degree aggravated assault and third-degree endangering an
That's
injured
crazy.
victim, since the
At
harm they
13.
caused was mostly
That's
intentional.
crazy.
Now, I wasn't able to find any reports on whether the charges were dropped or not, but even if they were, being arrested for attempting a dangerous internet
At
challenge goes
13.
to show just how dangerous it can be.
Fast.
TikTok also stepped in
Shit
and banned
serious.
all videos of this challenge on their platform. Unfortunately, once something is on the internet, it never truly goes away. As evident from two girls finding videos of the Skullbreaker Challenge, attempting it on one of their classmates, injuring them, and getting charged for it in November 2022, more than 2.5 years after the original fad ended. Fortunately, there haven't been many reports of kids getting injured because of this challenge ever since. Kia Challenge.
Oh,
Near
God.
the end of 2020 and throughout
Them
2021,
boys.
authorities in Milwaukee, Wisconsin noticed a significant increase in car theft. What made this even
I
stranger
never
was
get
the
a
fact that
kill.
the
No
majority of
matter.
these
I
stolen
I want to
vehicles were
kill
either
Soul
from
so
Kia
bad.
or Hyundai, with theft of these particular cars doubling or even
Them bitches look
tripling in
so
some
good,
areas
bro.
compared to previous years. However,
Not the
before
Soul, but
investigators
the
could
other one.
determine the cause of this surge,
They
the
got the custom
situation
seats.
spiraled beyond their
Them bitches look
control
so
in ways they
good,
could
boy.
have never
Oh,
expected.
my God.
Put simply, stealing Kia and Hyundai cars became an internet trend called the Kia Challenge. It began on July 12, 2022, when a video captioned Kia Boys went viral for demonstrating just how easy it was to steal Kia and Hyundai cars manufactured between 2011 and 2021. All a thief needed was a screwdriver and any regular USB cable, since the connector just so happened to be the perfect size and shape to jumpstart the vehicle. This was a major hardware level security flaw in dozens of car models, and there was no permanent way to fix the problem either. Now, the original Kia Boys video was eventually taken down by TikTok, but the information was already out there and it already sparked the Kia challenge. Teenagers across the US started breaking into Kias and Hyundais and posting their stunts on social media to participate in the challenge. While the stolen cars caused a massive financial burden for hundreds of innocent residents, the
Definitely.
real danger of the Kia challenge came from what many of the thieves did once they had taken control of the
Rolled that
vehicles.
bitch out.
Since many of them had no intention of actually profiting off the stolen cars and were only doing it for the internet, they
Just
began
stupid.
taking the cars for
I ain't gonna
reckless
lie, that's
joyrides
stupid too
around
though.
town, putting their lives and the lives of everyone else on the road in extreme danger. One of these joyrides led to a police chase, which eventually ended with the out of control car slamming into the concrete barrier and the teenagers who stole the car trying to flee on foot. The most disturbing of these incidents occurred in Buffalo, New York in October 2022, where a stolen Kia ride ended in a fatal crash, taking the lives of 4 teenagers. In total, the Kia challenge resulted in the loss of 8 lives before the disturbing trend was shut down by TikTok and other social platforms. Kia and Hyundai also had to settle a class action lawsuit for $200 million over the dangerously lax security in their cars.
Fact. But they don't know now.
Car surfing. Car surfing, or riding on the outside of a car as if it were a surfboard, has existed as a trend long before
Nobody never
modern
did that
social
shit. I
media
don't
was
know
even
what
a
they
thing.
got going on.
It started gaining popularity in the early 1990s, compelling teenagers and young adults to
This is not Saint Row
speed down the highway while
at all.
precariously balancing themselves on top. Today, most modern cars don't have much to hang on to on the outside to improve aerodynamics, which makes this already high risk activity even more deadly. It only takes one small slip for even the most daring car surfer to fall into the road. Something that's evident from a 2008 CDC report, which revealed that 58 people lost their lives while engaging in car surfing, and 41 others were severely injured since 1990. Unfortunately, the rise of social media and the desire to go viral with outrageous stunts have only driven that number higher ever since. Most recently, in May 2023, a 16-year-old boy tragically lost his life while car surfing out the back window of a car when the vehicle lost control and rolled over. He would have almost certainly kept his life if he were in his seat with a seatbelt. Sadly,
Definitely.
the car surfing trend is just as alive today as it was 3 decades ago. It shows no signs of fading away anytime soon.
Yeah, you still got dummies out there, man.
Blackout Challenge.
Who?
The Blackout Challenge has existed long before social media. The goal in this challenge is to achieve a brief high that comes from cutting off oxygen to the brain by intentionally suffocating until you lose consciousness. However, while many assume that blacking out from lack of oxygen is perfectly safe in the long run, that couldn't be further from the truth. The rewarding high in this challenge is in reality a dangerous form of cerebral hypoxia, where brain cells are deprived of vital oxygen. This can lead to seizures and hemorrhages. Even if someone survives the challenge seemingly unharmed, depriving the brain of oxygen for just a minute can cause permanent, irreversible damage. This can affect memory, reasoning, and other critical cognitive
I,
functions in the
oh,
long
we talking
run.
about when they
The
hold you
line
up?
between a fleeting, dangerous thrill
I
and
think I seen that
irreversible
before back in the
tragedy
day.
is terrifyingly thin, and once consciousness is lost, there is no way to control the outcome.
Them
Not to mention the
them
very
Vine
real
days.
risk of the person
Y'all don't know
filming
nothing
the
about them
video.
that Vine shit.
Unfortunately, many
Vine
people
was all
involved in this
TikTok, nigga.
challenge are completely unaware of these dangers, resulting in 82 people losing their lives between 1995 and 2007 alone.
Oh shit.
What makes this even worse is that almost all of these deaths were between the ages of 6 and 19. Much like other viral trends, young, impressionable kids are especially drawn in, motivated by peer pressure or the need for validation, online or in real life. Which is why the resurgence of the Blackout Challenge through social media platforms like TikTok brought it to an even younger audience and left a devastating trail of victims. One of the most well known cases is that of Nyla Anderson, a 10-year-old girl from Pennsylvania. Her family found her unconscious on the bedroom floor on the night of December 7, 2021. They rushed her to the nearby hospital. Unfortunately, it was already too late. After barely clinging to life for 5 days, she tragically
Damn.
passed away
R.I.P.
without ever
man.
waking up. No one knew why she would do something like this until investigators did a forensic analysis of her phone, which revealed she had been viewing videos of the challenge on TikTok. Another tragic instance happened in
Y'all
April
gotta watch what y'all
2022
kids
when
be
a
watching
20-year-old
too,
boy
bro.
from the United Kingdom named Archie Battersby suffered catastrophic brain damage after attempting the challenge and passed away months later.
Damn.
And these weren't isolated incidents either. Numerous other children, some as young as 8, suffered a similar fate or
R.I.P.
other
to all the
life-altering
kids, bro.
injuries after attempting this challenge. Sadly,
Y'all gotta watch
despite
y'all
social
kids'
media's
phone, bro.
steadfast efforts to suppress the
No cap.
challenge, it continues to spread to this day.
I ain't got kids, but I know that shit show, man. There's so many predators and misled challenges, you know what I'm saying? Not good challenges, not challenges telling your kid to go outside and get some what's that shit called? And right on the motherfucking right on the motherfucking ground chart. Ain't no challenge telling your kids to go outside and blow up some balloons or with water and throw it at your friends. It ain't no type of challenges like this. Challenges like that. You know what I'm saying? Misled all that TikTok. Your kids having TikTok shit. That shit. I mean, they gonna look at YouTube reels and YouTube too. YouTube kind of bad too, though. I ain't gonna lie. You know, some of the shorts I be seeing on here is crazy, and I couldn't even put some of the shorts from another app on here. It's crazy. But so, I seen the video the other day. I was like, bro, no way this on YouTube. No way this short is on YouTube. No way. Cause I'll be watching, like, if I'm bored, I'll watch some YouTube shorts sometimes. If I don't want to watch TikTok, they be having some crazy shit on here, which is crazy. But y'all gotta watch what y'all kids do. Y'all start doing these stupid ass challenges. Y'all will live longer. Um, not the kids, cause the kids don't know no better. I'm talking about these, you know what I'm saying, 13 and up. Y'all know you get to a point, bro. Some of this shit kind of be on y'all too now. I ain't gonna lie. It be on the parents, but it be on y'all too because at 13, I wasn't thinking about 14. I wasn't thinking about going running in front of cars and trucks to act like they gonna hit me. I wasn't doing that at all, brother. So yeah, y'all kids gotta start following these stupid ass challenges, man. They ain't trying to help you get no money or help you get a farther education. Y'all need to stop goddamn looking into it. I'm not gonna cap to y'all, cause they gonna lead y'all to a fucked up world. And some of them videos, nine times out of ten, these videos be fake as fuck anyway. So they have y'all do these challenges for nothing, and then y'all die. That's the crazy reality of it. So imagine you do some that you seen somebody else do. Whole time this video fake as hell. They ain't even pass out for real. They acted the whole time. Now you done did it for real. Now you know what I'm saying. Y'all stay safe out there, man. Love y'all. Give the video a thumbs up. Make sure y'all go check out my previous birthday video. Love y'all. Let's ride, man.